I'm so excited to show you how to do the Vietnamese grill pork. It's amazing to eat with bread, to eat with rice, to eat with noodles, and to eat by itself. It's so many dishes you can do with, you know, rice paper, everything. So I have it here, 1 shallot, okay? And also I chop already, so it's easy to grind. So it's and also 6 cloves of garlic, and then 4 of the top, the white onion, you know, the green onion, but you want to use the top part. So here you go. So you put everything in here. So you want it to be really ground down, and I'm going to add water later because you want it really chopped, so that way it's not easy to burn. Okay, so I'm going to fit it in, and I'm going to get this machine in. Okay, so I'm going to put it down. I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to add some water in here, so that way make it really fine, so that way when you grill it doesn't burn. And that's the trick. If you put liquid, and also when you do that, you're gonna have really delicious. It's going to the meat, and you can see there. Okay, so I want a little bit more, so I'm gonna add a little bit more waters. And the water is great for the meat, so that way it doesn't dry the meat out. So everybody have their own recipe, but I do so much, so come up. So my video is, you guys know I'm very detailed. So because this is not for people who are pro cooking, but it's also for people just starting know how to cook, so they can follow. And my mission is for this video for our young generations and people who love Vietnamese food and can follow me easily. So that's what you want. You want it very paste, and it's like this, very fine. Okay, so let's prepare our meat. All right, so you can see here I have 4 pounds, so it's 2 kilos of the pork shoulder. I like pork shoulder. One thing is not too much fat, but I have a little bit, but it's so tender, and I don't like too much fat. Some people like it, but we don't. So my family like the pork shoulder much better. So I have 4 pounds here, so I'm going to show you how to cut it. Really easy. Okay, so you can see the tender part is right here, so I'm going to cut that part out. Okay, and you're going to go with directions of the meat, so that way you can grill really easy. And make sure you're going to do very thin, not paper thin, but thin enough you can grill easy. All right, so I'll go like that. So you can see there, that's perfect. You see that piece there. Okay, so you do that. Make sure you control, so you don't want it, the meat to don't want to cut it too small, because sometimes you're going to grill in the skillet, or you can grill on the top, you know, so depend on how you want it. But the marinate is same things, how to prepare same thing. It's just how you want to grill. Some people grill in oven, some people grill in air fryer, some people grill in charcoal. Charcoal is the best, you know. So you can see this one, so I'm gonna go slide this way. So I like, if they have a little fat in there, it's okay, because you want to grill, so you want to just a little bit of fat there. But pork shoulder is not that much fat. That's why I like to buy pork shoulder. It's very tender. All right, so I'm using big side here and cut like that. You see, it's very tender. And you can see that it's beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so that's what you want. You want it very thin and very like that. Okay, perfect. Yeah. if I'm using like different kind of meat, I will kind of pound it down a bit. But pork shoulder, I don't have to do that. And it's very tender already. Just go in and slide. So, okay, so continue cutting until you finish them, and then I'm going to show you how to marinate them. All right, so let's marinate the Vietnamese grilled pork. So I have here 1 tablespoon of mushroom seasoning. I love mushroom seasoning. It's because we don't eat MSG, so mushroom seasoning is very you have to do yourself, so that way you know is, and you buy some, if you have to buy, you buy something with no MSG, okay? And also the grilled pork, I like a lot of peppers, so I use half a tablespoon of black peppers, and I also use the white peppers because it makes smell so good. So I'm gonna use half a tablespoon also, okay? Then on top of that, I will use garlic powders. Half. This garlic pepper have salt in it, so I only use half tablespoon. This one I use, okay? And then I also add 1 tablespoon of onion powders, because onion powders is, everything I use is a lot of powder, because when you grill, that way it doesn't burn. So 1 tablespoon, okay? So I'm gonna put all the dry ingredient first, okay? So we got all the dry ingredient in there. And also the best part is sesame seed. So I'm going to cut, depend on your family, so I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons. I like a lot of sesame seed. Okay, so now we're going to do the wet ingredient. So I'm going to use on this 2 kilo, 4 pound of the pork shoulder. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. You have to have fish sauce in there, okay? And then now I'm going to have also 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and you can put more. I like it more because it smells so good. Then also I will put cooking wine. We'll put 2 tablespoons of cooking wine to make the meat, tenders, and also it take that pork smell out, and it makes really good. I use a lot of cooking wine. And then also I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. Remember, this is for 2 kilo, 4 pound. So each 2 pound is 1. So if you make little, so you know how to measurement. So I put in here 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and this brand from Thailand, okay? And then also 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Everybody loves hoisin sauce. It gives you a little that sweet and wonderful for grill. Okay, and of course I want a little tangy, a little spice, a little bit. So I'm going to put just half tablespoon because we have some in family don't want to eat spicy. But if it's me, I will put 4 tablespoons. So, and then for colors, I'm just put 1/8 tablespoon to just 2 colors. That's all. You don't want to put too much, then the soy sauce will take over, right? And then this is very important. So honey, and I will do 4 tablespoons. Okay, so you can use. Now, because honey is so thick, so I know how much is that, but for you guys, it's 4 tablespoons. So each of that's 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, and then 4. I don't use sugar, I use honey. If you're watching me with my show, you know I don't use a lot of sugar. I like to use honey, Okay, there you go. So I have all my dry and wet ingredients. I know it's a lot of stuff in here. That's why I make, you know, cooking is all about ingredient. It's all about the herbs, all about, you know, how it tastes. So I put a lot of ingredients. Okay, so I put everything in, and now remember the mix we mixed earlier. In here, garlic, a shallot, and lemongrass, right? And then also the white head of the onion, right? Onion part. So, and then I put in there, and I add about half a cup of water in here, and I'm going to add more because now I'm going to add. Very important to make the meat not dry is oil. So I put 4 tablespoons of oil because remember our meat is no fat in it, so you need that oil because it's going to burn off anyway. So I'm going to use 4 tablespoons right there. Okay, and now is the best to do is mix everything together. Okay, and if you want to make sure when you mix everything, you can put a little piece in microwave and kind of you know, cook a little bit and see your, you know, you minute it if it tastes okay. And you can add more because this is the way I, you know, every family is different. So I do the way my family like, but we like a lot of ingredients. So if you certain thing you don't like, if you want more sweet or you want more saltier, you want more certain, you know, amount of sesame or something you're allergic to, you can take it out, right? So it's depends. And when you want it to do grill, anytime you grill, you make sure you see so consistent, it's not dry, and that's what you want. You want it more, the paste is more liquidy. It's not too dry because you don't want your meat dry, and it's terrible if you know your meat is dry. So make sure is it smells so good there. And it's best when you grill. Oh, make my mouth watering. It's best to really get your hand into it and make sure the meat is really soaked in there and all the ingredients. Okay, very good. So now I am done with that, and I'm going to cover it and put in the refrigerator at least 30 minutes, but I like it more. If you can let it soak overnight, great. If it, you know, the more the better because the ingredients soak in there much better. Okay, so let the meat soak real good and then come back. I show you how to grill and everything else. All right, so we leave it in, like I say, at least 30 minutes, but you can leave it more. I like to leave it more time, or overnight is the best. So let show you how to put to grill. So you can use this rack, put all the meat in here, let it all lay down, and then you can grill this in your, you know, outside. You can grill your meat outside, or you can do on your oven, or you can do on just stove top, whatever you like. So this is pretty easy. And then also another way, and people like to do, so that way you can have party and stuff like that. Then people can pick it up and eat. So it's easier for them. So what you do too is make the stick like this. So before you do that, you can see what I did here. You wash really good and soak it at least 30 minutes. So that way the water soak into this bamboo stick, so that way when you grill it doesn't burn. Okay, so you can pick the meat up and you just go on the side and look like sewing. Okay, so you go like that and make sure the meat all and slide like that, and make sure don't stack too much, but when you stack too much and it's you know, one is burned and also some of them doesn't cook. So when you grill, you can do whatever. You can even slide this in your pan, and then you can put in oven, and again you can do this within your air fryers, or you can do that too. So either way, whatever it worked for your family, you can just do. Okay, and also you can marinate this and put in the freezer. When you're ready, you can put in the little Ziploc bag how many portion, how many people in your family, and you can take out and you can have it all anytime. So see, if you screw like this, so it's wonderful for parties and stuff like that, or you can pick it up and just eat by itself. So there you go. Isn't that yummy? Have fun, okay? Have fun, make a wonderful Vietnamese grilled pork. So you can do so many different ways, okay? All right, good luck, have fun. Remember, subscribe, like, and comment. Tiffany Leung at home. Bye. This is how you barbecue. This is how you grill. That's wonderful. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. Is that wonderful? Okay. When it's done, you can cut onion with onion oil. Look at that. Smells so good. You can use it red, you can use it rice, you can use anything you like. Look at that, yummy, yummy. There you go. Enjoy cooking. Oh.